result.
Good evening. Soldier.
Not really. As well.
Can you tell me anything?
Before.
Goodbye for now. What on earth happened here?
Good evening.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her...
You don't...
Why?
Do you need any medical... I'll...
Yeah.
I'd like to see...
Wise choice, Doc.
Good evening.
Doctor,
do you need any...
come on.
Goodbye. It's locked. Good. Please.
Of course.
Good. Do you need help? Don't take end that. Goodbye. Do you need money? Thank.
Good.
Do you?
What?
I've read your son's medical report, Beatrice.
He was at death's door when he was brought here.
He's not out of the woods yet, you know.
Take care of him then.
Your son... What can you...
It's...
Goodbye, Miss... Good. Is the...
Rick?
Goodbye for now, Mr.
Sweet girl. The patients are not fools. They know we are overwhelmed by this horrifying...
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require...
I will be...
I will... Goodbye. It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more
Back if I
careful.
were you, sir. Easy does it. There's one of them vermin. You pay for that! Watch it! It's a killer!
Someone's playing a right strange game. I'm gonna find out.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Do you need medical help, sir?
I feel fine, Doc.
Goodbye.
You again.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Goodbye. Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, Miss Cox.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them.
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed.
So you decide...
Yes, Doctor.
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care.
So you have no idea what really happened?
No one met.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes.
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once. What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
I'm not that easily shocked, Miss Cox. You can speak freely about your lover, if you so wish.
The poor bastard is good to me, if you must know. He makes me feel good. And that's a first.
So you're just like any other couple, after all, are you?
Yeah, we're so ordinary that I'd put a bullet in his head if he ever cheated on me.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money.
Good evening.
Hello again,
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
the sad saint. I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless.
Goodbye.
Mark my words.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting.
Good evening, sir. Don't you recognize? Yes.
I'm hunting all these folk. He needs a catch.
What do you...
A sewer dog.
What
Does it look like?
Don't...
It's an old story.
Is there...
A monster with daggers and teeth
No.
and claws. He comes
Another-
at night time, claiming innocence,
Is that-
then vanishes.
Yep. All right. What kind? You lost everything.
It's okay.
Your sewer dog is
I'm
mine.
who bad.
He's
Goodbye.
the kind of prey I hunt, milady. Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
A man of...
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Poor boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people?
I patrol late at night. Actually,
Are you asking?
if you...
How do you... I'm looking... Really?
It's...
Maybe...
Tell you what,
I could...
all I...
Goodbye.
Be he cursed or not, he's just another
What?
lost orphan.
Inebriate? Yeah. No. Goodbye.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to them.
So few.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line.
Doctors
Off.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke.
The important thing is I find him, quickly. Where is it?
It's...
Goodbye.
Perhaps I should shut the tables for a time.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The diseased...
It does grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy targets in
locked.
these parts. So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes.
Forgive me.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
May I ask what you do for a living, Miss...
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope Factory.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like...
Did your husband... I'm trying to...
You talk...
The very...
I'm sorry.
Mrs. Fish...
I...
Goodbye.
I'm not sure if you...
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me.
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and...
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between...
Are you So you have...
No.
We're all... Why do you think she...
I can't...
Do you...
Sorry,
Well,
thanks for the tip.
so long.
Some call this the bad... I've lived in worse.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Do you require...
That's something I didn't expect to hear.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No. Hate them all.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do.
You seem...
I lost a neck. So I just wanted to...
Any chance you can have...
The sad saint.
Actually...
Really?
Goodbye.
Every night, a dark... And every dawn, another death.
I have this thirst for blood.
Step away, sir. Stupid fucking beast! Stupid beast! Murdering bastard! Shit! You'll pay for that! Steady, boys! Die first!
Yes. The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects. May all who suffered from this tragedy find all rest in peace.
It's one of them!
It's locked, all right.